We are going to be talking about Hershey Farm, the Smorgasbord, as a review today. Hershey Farm Resort is located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. There is the Smorgasbord, there is shops, there is also the resort area that you can stay at. But for today only, we are only going to be focusing on the Smorgasbord portion of Hershey Farm. So Hershey Farm just went through a major renovation. There was a fire and then they rebuilt everything and remodeled. It looks phenomenal. They did a great job. It is beautiful and light and airy, and just the atmosphere is so wonderful. So we really enjoyed that renovation. So pricing for the Smorgasbord does depend and vary on the day of the week that you decide to go. I do recommend going ahead and looking up the prices and the day of the week that you're planning to go, just because it depends. Different days. Saturdays, it seemed like it was the most expensive, and if you are on a budget, you don't want that sticker shock when you go to pay for it. So I do recommend going ahead and looking at the prices and the day of the week before you head up there. Adults are $20 per person, and it ranges all the way up to $40 per person. And then children ages 4 to 8 is per child $11 and goes all the way up to $18. Now your price for your drinks is not included. It's $4 for unlimited drinks for adults and $3 per child. Something to note is that Hershey Farm is closed on Mondays. I highly recommend going ahead and looking up the hours before you do go. And that is something that's kind of similar with Lancaster. There are certain days of the weeks that the restaurants will take off. So if you are planning to go, just double check those hours and make sure that they are open before you head there. Now to get to the best part of the video is the food. That's what everyone wants to know. It is a smorgasbord, so they have everything you can kind of think of. There is a great selection of many different food types. We really like that. There was a salad bar, there was seafood, there was like country food, like fried chicken and things like that. Tons of sides, and then they even had a grill that you could custom order different menu items, and you could order off the grill and they would do it right then and there for you. I will say it did take a minute for them to do it, so make sure you understand it does take a few minutes for them to cook it and prep it, but it is hot off the press and ready and custom made just for you. So then my personal favorite, they also have a dessert bar, and the waitress was telling us that they have a bakery inside of Hershey Farm. So they make everything in-house that is served on their dessert bar. So now our thoughts on the food. We personally enjoyed it. We had a very large party, and I feel like everyone was able to find something that was able to please them, and they enjoyed it. We all talked about how wonderful it was. So Davey and the guys went over to the grill and they found out that they had Philly cheesesteaks that night. And when they got it, us girls were like, hey, that looks good. So we all kind of like split at least a little bit of a Philly cheesesteak, and it was so delicious. It's custom made right there in front of you, or freshly made. And it was delicious. We all really enjoyed it. We kept on raving about that Philly cheesesteak because it was so good. Now my favorite part of the meal was the dessert. They had such an array, a selection of desserts at the dessert bar. They had a chocolate fountain that you could put in all kinds of different toppings. They had cakes and pies and ice creams, whoopie pies, anything you could think of, they pretty much had it, and it was delicious. So overall, we had an excellent experience at Hershey Farm. It was really great food and we really enjoyed it. But I do have to let you guys know that we had close family that went up just a week later, and they didn't have exactly the same experience as we had. They said that the building was absolutely beautiful, and they enjoyed that there was such a large selection of food items that their family could choose from. But the food was nothing to write home about. They weren't as impressed as other places in Lancaster. So I was kind of disappointed, just because we went home and was like raving about how amazing Hershey Farm was. So I was kind of sad about that. But I do want to let you guys know, just because I want to be honest with you. I want you to know my honest thoughts, and I truly say you should try it out. The thing with this is I do think they went on different days of the week. So it could be that, it could be different cooks in the building and a different time. So those are factors that do go into different restaurants. Even at Disney World, I will let you guys know that my brother and I went to the same exact restaurant, different trips, but not too far apart. And we had a very different experience. Like, we went midday at lunchtime and he went at dinner time, and he says that the dinner time was absolutely amazing. Same food at lunch, it just wasn't as good. So I do think it just depends on the cooks, also how the food is. There's lots of different variables. So I do want to let you guys know that it can depend at a restaurant. We personally had an amazing meal and would return if we were up there at Lancaster. I will say, if it is in your budget and you enjoy smorgasbord, I say try it. That is what would be my recommendation to you. But if you are not a buffet family, it might not be a place for you. So let me know if you have ever ate at Hershey Farm or even stayed there. We've never stayed at the resort, but it looks absolutely beautiful. But let me know your thoughts below. Maybe we'll have to put that on the list for another trip to Lancaster. We hope you enjoyed our Hershey Farm Smorgasbord review. If you enjoyed it, we'd love for you to like and subscribe. Join our community. We do lots of adventures around here. We hope you guys are having a blessed day, and we'll see you real soon.